Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to high school baseball action here on Fuller Digital Solutions and on KCHE Radio. It is MMCRU taking on Bishop Garrigan, and we are, I guess you say, what? It's not really courtside because it's not basketball, field side. Right behind home plate, Greg Slotsky along with Kyle Jorgensen. Glad to have you with us here. Getting ready for some exciting second-round action here. The winner takes on Alta Aurelia in Alta on Saturday. They were victorious today earlier by a score of 10-0. So Bishop Garrigan comes into tonight, or today I should say, because they pushed things up with a record of 17-12. The Bears, they send Drew Fogarty to the mound against our MMCRU ball club, the Royals, coming into today's game with a record of 13-11. So as Drew Fogarty takes his warm-up tosses, we'll go through the lineup. Gunnar Johnson will play center field and lead off for MMCRU. And in right field batting second, Lucas Braun. Also at first base batting third is Mitchell Schnepf. Colin Pick will bat cleanup and be the shortstop. He bats fourth. Batting fifth, the DH, Brett Staub. He hits for Michael Peterson. Brandon Whited is the catcher. He bats sixth. Batting seventh is Casey Nix. He is in left field. Batting eighth is the third baseman Preston Estidius. And batting ninth is Carson Pick. He is the second baseman. So there is the starting lineup for the MMCRU Royals. And we are ready to roll. Fogarty's first pitch is in there for a strike. Fogarty, a right-handed pitcher. And a good one, it looks like. Has some nice stuff as you watch his warm-up tosses. Gunnar Johnson in there on the right side of the plate, swing and a miss on a nice-looking change-up there. And the count is 0-2. Gunnar Johnson leading the way for the MMCRU Royals. The first hitter tonight, and he takes one just a little bit low, a fastball, and the count is 1-2. So Johnson will be followed by Lucas Braun and then Mitchell Schnepf, if anyone gets on, Colin Pick. Righty versus righty, and the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, deep short. Good stop to his right. The long throw across and out at first base. Great play that time by the shortstop, and I believe that was Colin Casey.
Will bring up the right fielder, number 3, Lucas Braun.
And I'll tell you what, that was a great play there by Colin Casey, the shortstop. One out, nobody on now, and up comes MMCRU's Lucas Braun, the right fielder. He is a left-handed hitter, and the pitch is high and outside. The count is 1-0. Lucas Braun, tall hitter, takes one down low, and the count is 2-0. On paper, this is a good matchup. Electric crowd, big scoreboard, as you can maybe see in the distance on Fuller Digital. Swing and a miss. The count is 2-1. So one out, nobody on, and the next one is a curve ball that is a strike, and the count 2-2. Belt high, got the top part of the zone, and the count 2-2. And the delivery and the pitch is a foul ball, third base side out of play. The count remains 2-2. Deb Carlson doing a great job back there as our studio engineer at KCHE. Of course, Kyle, the studio engineer on hand for Fuller Digital. Greg Slotsky with you here. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Glad to have you with us here on KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions. Little number to first base. They try to tag him, and he's safe at first base. Lucas Braun beats out the infield hit. Was a little nubber. Looked like the pitcher had a shot at it. Was it Drew Fogarty that actually got there? Made it there, but he was unable to tag Lucas Braun, who makes it to first base with an infield hit. So Mitchell Schnepf is up now with one on and one out for our MMCRU Royals. Schnepf, a right-handed hitter. Curveball drops in, strike one. So one on, one out again for our MMCRU Royals. 13-11 on the season. The next one is a curve, and he checked his swing, and on a pitch low and outside. Count looks like it's 1-1. I say looks like it's 1-1. The scoreboard is a little unique here. The balls and strikes are during the at-bat, on the at-bat portion. There's a ground ball, and it's foul past third base. It was close, but a good call by the umpire, just foul, and the runner goes back. Kyle, I would think that the runner would score from first on an extra base hit. Looks like he was off to the races. It was very close, but I believe a good call. And the count remains 1-2 on the number 3 hitter for MMCRU, Mitchell Schnepp. Here comes the 1-2, instead throw to first and the runner back. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors making this broadcast possible on both KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions. There's a pitch that is downstairs, and the count is 2-2. It was a good eye by Mitchell Schnepp, well below the knees. Mitchell, a tall hitter as well, in there in the batter's box on the right side. Throw to first, low throw, runner back. Count does remain 2-2. We've just started, no score between MMCRU and Bishop Garrigan. The 2-2 is lined into left center. That's going to plug the gap. It's going to roll to the wall. Around second on his way to third, Braun, they're going to send him. He's going to score without a play, and there is a one-out double. MMCRU leads 1-0. Mitchell Schnepp comes through with a gapper. And a double, scoring Lucas Braun, and Colin Pitt comes up. So a one-out double, RBI, or as Chris Berman would call him, a barbecue ribby. And we at KCHE and Fuller Digital like talking about barbecue ribbies. Curveball is going to be upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to the cleanup hitter, Colin Pick. Now the runner at second, Mitchell Schnepp, with one out, and again an MMCRU lead of 1-0. Runner leads off a second, throw to the plate, a pitch is down low, and the count is 2-0. No question, Mitchell Schnepp is in the mind of the pitcher, Drew Fogarty. 2-0 the count, right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. And the pitch is fouled off behind home plate. Decent swing that time for Colin Pick, and the count is 2-1. Glad to have you with us here in Algona. Kyle, bit of a road trip.
That's right.
The 2-1 is a ball that is, again, flown to left center. Going to make the catch as the center fielder, and they get back to second base. Mitchell Schnepp makes it back. So the center fielder there went to his right, Cal Berkey, makes the play, and now there's 2 outs and a runner at second. And Drew Fogarty here really wants to stop the bleeding early on and get out of the first with only 1 run given up. You bet, a very good catch. Nice job that time of Berkey getting a good read off the bat. So now, pitch is ball 1 to Brett Staub. Staub, the designated hitter for pitcher Michael Peterson. 1-0, and the pitch, curveball inside. And the count is 2-0. Runner at second base. 2 hits for our MMCRU Royals. Looking for a potential pickoff play at second, instead a throw home to the plate, and it's 3-0, a pitch upstairs. MMCRU in its road black jerseys with the blue numerals and the white trim, white pants, and the blue sleeves. There's a foul ball. First base side out of play, and hope no one parked too close to the ball yard. Back in the day, we used to play the sound of breaking glass at the Omaha Royals. Count is 3-1. Staub, a right-handed hitter, goes against the right-handed pitcher Fogarty. The 3-1 is ball 4. And now MMCRU with runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Next up is the catcher, number 31, Brandon Whited.
And Brandon Whited comes up now, the catcher. So runners at first and second. Lucas Braun, the run scorer for the Royals here in the top of the first. He scored on that double by Mitchell Schnepp, and the pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 2-1. Brandon Whited, a right-handed hitter. There's a pitch, ground ball, little nubber to the second baseman. This is going to be a hard play to get, but he does get it in time, and the play goes 4-3. So, tell you what, Kyle, that was a play that actually I thought was going to be closer because he waited for that ball to get to him, and it was not hit incredibly hard. After a half an inning, it is MMCRU 1, Bishop Garrigan coming up for the first time, and you are listening to MMCRU Royals Baseball on KCHE and watching on Fuller Digital Solutions. Back in 60.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Yeah.
Family has been providing trusted funerals since 1943, when Joseph and Adele Fish bought Remsen's only funeral home. Beginning in 1976, Joe's son Joel and his wife Jean continued the tradition of being a family-owned and operated business. In 2009, David and Elizabeth Fish carried the family tradition into the future and now offer monuments. The Fish family is honored to assist you in your time of need, offering care and compassion. Fish Funeral Home and Monuments in Remsen, our family serving your family since 1943.
Well, here we go to the bottom of the first. Our MMCRU Royals leading it 1-0 over Bishop Garrigan. Glad to have you with us here on Fuller Digital Solutions and KCHE Radio, along with Kyle Jorgensen and Deb Carlson, studio engineer back in Cherokee. This is Greg Slotsky coming your way from Algona. The pitch is to nobody. It's his last warm-up. Michael Peterson finishing his last warm-up. Bishop Garrigan starts things off with Cal Berkey, the center fielder, followed by Drew Fogarty and Garrett Hying. If anyone gets on, Drew Lappy. So we'll see how that goes. Lappy, the cleanup hitter. After that, it's Jacob Lear, the third baseman, followed by Nathan Marin, then Keaton Heliseth, Justin Bauer, and then Hollis Bodie. So here we go. We are ready to roll here in Garrigan, at Garrigan in Algona. So first pitch comes the way out of the arms of Michael Peterson, and it lands in there for strike one. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. Cal Berkey stands in there. Peterson delivers. It's low and outside, and the count is 1-1. Thanks to our Smith Insurance scoreboard and Farmers State Bank pregame sponsors for Fuller Digital. There's a ground ball, base hit left field. Cal Berkey aboard to start things off for Bishop Garrigan. That doesn't take long. Get their lead runner on, and up comes Drew Fogarty. I mean, with the last name of Fogarty playing baseball, you know he's going to be good. John Fogarty, center field artist. One on, nobody out. We just started here in the bottom of the first. MMCRU leading 1-0 over Bishop Garrigan. Michael Peterson looks in to catcher Whited. Peterson delivers inside, gets away from the catcher Whited, and the runner is going to go to second. Not really sure how you score that. It came out of his glove. Got out of there long enough. I guess a pass ball, but either way he's at second base. So runner at second base with nobody out. And they're looking to bunt potentially. Is Drew Fogarty. Timeout is called by the umpire. Instrumental dugout over there in the Golden Bears dugout on the third base side. 1-0 the count, righty versus righty. Michael Peterson gets ready, checks the runner at second, and fakes a throw that way. Runner back. Drew Fogarty looks through a series of signs from the third base coach. Now he's back in there on the right side. Fogarty squares the bunt, pulls the ball back, the bat back, I should say, and takes a strike. And the count is 1-1. Garrett Hying is on deck. A look of the runner at second, and here comes the 1-1 pitch. Is low and outside. The count is now 2-1. Again, going through a series of signs with coach at third base is Drew Fogarty. We're in the bottom of the first, and the pitch is low and outside, and the count is 2-2. Yep, pitcher is a freshman. Michael Peterson pitching in a big game. And getting ready for the 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4. And there he goes to first. I thought it was ball 4. It was high and outside. No one knew it was ball 4. The hitter stood there, the umpire stood there, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't seeing things. And I wasn't, but it was a little bit of a delay there. So Drew Fogarty now goes to first base on the walk, and the courtesy runner is coming in. And that courtesy runner is Benji Trainer. Benji Trainer is the courtesy runner. So Garrett Hying is up now on the right side of the plate. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and a swing and a miss that time by Garrett Hying, who was looking to put his team up 3-1. Yeah, he was behind that pitch, but swung for the fences. 0-1 the count. Peterson is ready, checks the runner at second, and delivers, and it's a little bit outside, and the count is 1-1. Drew Lappy is on deck. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Curveball and a ground ball foul past third base. Hard to see, we're behind the fence. We're close to the action, but yeah, line drive. It looked like couldn't tell if it was a ground ball, line drive. It's tricky here with that fence. But yep, definitely fouled off, and the count 1-2. And the pitch on the way to Hying after a check of the runner at second. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball that fell on in there. Probably belt high. Big pitch for the freshman.
Next is the first baseman, number 5.
Now with one out, it's Drew Lappy. So first and second, one out now. And the pitch is a ball. The count 1-0. Drew Lappy will be followed by Jacob Learer as the sun beats down, and we jinxed it. We're sitting there on the way here saying, wow, a pleasant day with overcast 82. That was our mistake. Pitch is upstairs, and the count 2-0. It is better than rain, as Kyle just said, and he's not wrong. Lappy is in there. He plays first base defensively for the Bears. First and second, one out. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Make that 3-0. So now Lappy can afford to look pitch and location. Wind is blowing in from right field. There's a pitch that's a strike right through there. Yeah, he had some action on that one, did Peterson. Righty versus righty. The 3-1 pitch is on the way right now. Curveball, swing and a miss, and the count is 3-2. The count full. This is a big, big pitch for Michael Peterson. He can get it to 2 on and 2 outs. That would be huge. And here comes the full count pitch. And it's just inside. Bases now loaded.
Brock Delappy will load the bases.
So Benji Traynor, the courtesy runner, goes to second. Cal Berkey is at third. Again, Lappy at first. Jacob Lear is the third baseman. He's the 5th batter in the inning. And he is a formidable opponent up there. Big, tall, muscular, and a threat. And there is a ball that's popped up on the infield, foul territory. Third baseman going over, has room, makes the catch wonderfully. Nice job, Preston Astidius. And that, my friends, was huge.
Is the second baseman, number 12, Nathan Marin.
And up comes Nathan Marin, the second baseman. Can MMCRU cling to this lead here? That would be a wonderful thing, because there were 2 on and nobody out. Marin is in there on the right side. The pitch is a strike. Peterson is coming up big here. That was a nice pitch to Jacob Lear, who, let's not kid, that would be an intimidating sight up there. He is a tough hitter. Probably 6'4". The 0-1 is a little ground ball to third. Throw to first, across, and they got him. He stepped off the bag, but the first baseman turned and tagged him. The inning over. Well done, Preston Astidius at third. And that ends the first. MMCRU leads at 1-0 over Bishop Garrigan after 1. We're back in 60 seconds on KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions.
At American Bank, we are ready to step up to the plate and hit one out of the park for you. We will be cheering you on along the way as you meet your financial goals. When we work together as a team, we can achieve success. As part of your financial team, we are your biggest fans and will cheer you on to victory. American Bank is a proud supporter of the MMCRU Royals softball and baseball team, and we are wishing them a happy and successful season. American Bank, achieving success together, member FDIC.
We believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Well, that was a big first inning that time for Michael Peterson and the MMCRU Royals. After there were 2 on and nobody out, MMCRU clings to a 1-0 lead here as we go to the top of the second, and there's a swing and a miss. Casey Nix is up for MMCRU, a right-handed hitter. Nick's next one is a ground ball to the shortstop. Up with it is a shortstop across. Good stretch by the first baseman. And out number 1 is recorded.
Next up is third baseman number 19.
Good play by Hollis Bodie. And the first baseman, Mitchell Schneff, also did a great job. There's a pitch fouled back, and the count is now 0-1. And that again is now Preston Astidius up after the ground out to shortstop by Casey Nix. Pitch misses. The count is 1-1 to Preston Astidius here in the top of the second. The next one, swing and a miss. The count is 1-2. Might have changed speeds on him just a bit. Wind in the outfield. Not doing too much. 1-2, and here comes the pitch. Is A little bit of a changeup and a ground ball to the shortstop. Bodie has it. Flips across in time, and there's out number 2. Both plays to the shortstop.
From Hollis and Drew. And now we're at the bottom of the order with second base.
Carson Pick comes up.
Carson Pick.
Carson Pick, the 9-hitter for MMCRU. Again, leading the way 1-0 here in the top of the second. The MMCRU Royals, after dodging a tough situation in the first inning. There's a pitch that misses, and it's 1-0 to Carson Pick. Gunnar Johnson on deck, the leadoff hitter for our Royals. There's a pitch, ground ball, second base to his right. He has it, Nathan Marin across, and 1-2-3, down go the Royals. And after an inning and a half, it is MMCRU 1, Bishop Garrigan 0, and we're back after this on KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Farmers State Bank of Marcus, a real community bank, locally owned, and their purpose is still to service the people of Marcus, their neighbors, and the farm community for all their financial needs. Visit fsbmarcus.com for more information. With years of banking experience, along with care and attention, it's Farmers State Bank's purpose to serve the people of Marcus. Farmers State Bank welcomes you, a real community bank. Member FDIC.
Experiencing back or neck pain, effects of a sports injury, stroke, Parkinson's, is speech or swallowing your problem? With a broad range of services including physical, occupational, and speech therapy, Floyd Valley Healthcare can help you move better, feel better, and live better, whether you have a chronic issue or are recovering from surgery or injury. And if you already had surgery or diagnostic tests and met your deductible, there will be no copay required for your visit. Floyd Valley Healthcare, your community, your health, your life.
Well, 1-0. Our MMCRU Royals leading over Bishop Garrigan here as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning. Bishop Garrigan sends up Nathan Marin, Keaton Heliseth, and then Justin Bauer. If anyone gets on, Hollis Bodie. Beg your pardon, Keaton Heliseth starts things off. So the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. And there's a high pop-up on the infield. Shortstop there for MMCRU. Colin Pick makes the catch. You know, a lot of base runners in the first inning for both teams, kind of settling into a little bit of a pitcher's duel here in the early stages. One pitch, one out here this time for MMCRU. And, of course, Bishop Garrigan got our Royals out 1-2-3 in the top of the second. Justin Bauer up on the left side of the plate, the number 8 hitter. And the first pitch to him is a ground ball to the shortstop, to his left. Nice job, Colin Pick. Throws across, fairly low throw, but got him. Nicely done. And 6-3 on that put out.
And that brings up the man who's been busy at short, number 59,
Hollis Bodie.
Hollis Bodie.
Hollis Bodie comes up now, and he's worth his weight in gold even without, if he would not get a hit. Kyle with his defensive play already in the first 2 innings. Yeah, we'll see if we can get 3 pitches, 3 outs. Good call, Kyle. You know, you should do sports sometime for Fuller Digital Solutions. There's a pitch that's a strike. Michael Peterson has found a groove. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss at a breaking ball that went down and away. Good job right there, and the count is 0-2. Getting ready for a potential 1-2-3 inning, and a quick one from Michael Peterson. The pitch is on the way, and it's a little looper in the center. That's going to be a base hit. Hollis Bodie didn't hit it hard, but he hit it in the right place.
Single from Hollis takes us back to the top of the order with center
And
fielder
anytime you get a 9 hitter to get yourself a hit, that's an added bonus. So Cal Berkey comes up. He singled his first time up last inning. MMCRU still leading at 1-0. The pitch is a high pop-up. Maybe got a fly ball. Left fielder coming in. Didn't see it right away. It's going to drop. It's going to go right past Casey Nix. Runner coming around third. He's going to score with the 2 outs. And, folks, that was Hollis Bodie who got that hit as the number 9 hitter. And the hit was so high to left field, we lost it in the sun.
And next up is
and we're tied 1-1.
number 11, Drew Fogarty.
And standing up at second base is Cal Berkey. So Berkey has a single and a double and an RBI. And Drew Fogarty is in there, a chance to help himself as the starting pitcher. Runner at second base now with 2 outs. Again is Cal Berkey. It is a 1-1 tie. Hits 3 for Bishop Garrigan, 2 for the MMCRU Royals. The next pitch is fouled straight back, and you wonder how many cars are parked near there. I think everyone's safe. Count is 1-1 to Drew Fogarty. Now it's Peterson's job to get out of this inning tied. And the 1-1 is a swing and a foul back. Just nicked it, just got a piece of it. The count is 1-2. That hit by the 9-hitter Hollis Bodie, probably the biggest hit of the game. You're not expecting a whole lot out of your number 9 hitter. Then Cal Berkey with that fly ball double. We couldn't quite pick up out of left field. Lost in the sun. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Getting a nice hop, Colin Pick, and then throws it past the first baseman. 2-1, Bishop Garrigan, and the runner ends up at second, Drew Fogarty. So that's going to be an error.
Next up will be your catcher, number 6.
And it makes it 2-1 as Drew Fogarty scores from second base. Now Garrett Hying comes up. It is 2-1 now in favor of Bishop Garrigan. And the hitter, Garrett Hying. Now the important thing for Michael Peterson and the MMCRU Royals not to get rattled, Kyle. Grab a headset if you want. You're the man.
Can't add one in after we started.
Oh, never mind, Kyle. I was just told it was technically impossible. There's a fly ball to left, and going back there and making a nice catch is KC Nix near the warning track. That was a nice play, great read off the bat by KC Nix. The inning is over, and after 2 complete, it is now Bishop Garrigan 2 and our MMC Royals 1. You are watching MMCRU Royals baseball on FDS, listening on KCHE, and we're back in 60. Stay tuned.
Heartland Care Center, located in Marcus, offers skilled nursing, therapy, hospice, and assisted living services. Warm, friendly staff are here to provide the high-quality care you and your loved ones deserve and ensure your stay with us is as pleasant as possible. Heartland is excited to offer new private rooms with private showers in the summer of 2020. Give us a call today at 712-376-2500 for more information and to hear how we can help you out today.
While we get ready for the top of the third inning, our MMCRU Royals send up the top of the order. Gunnar Johnson, he'll be followed by Lucas Braun and Mitchell Schnepp if anyone gets on Colin Pick. Gunnar Johnson grounded out to the shortstop, his only other time up so far today. And the pitch is low and behind Drew Fogarty. Drew Fogarty's pitch, I should say, got Gunnar Johnson to jump. Johnson jumped over it to avoid getting hit. The count is 1-0. Next one is a curveball that's down low, and the count 2-0. MMCRU trailing 2-1 here in the top of the third. The winner plays in Alta against Alta Aurelia on Saturday. Here comes the 2-0, and there's one all the way back to the screen, and the count 3-0. You just know that Gunner's going to be taken all the way here. Yeah, the on-deck guy, Lucas Braun. He's gotten more exercise today than I've gotten in 3 days, just running back and forth, getting the foul balls. Or the wild pitches. There's a pitch right through there, and it's 3-1 to Gunner Johnson. There's a ground ball foul past third base. And the count is worked back full with Drew Fogarty. So Gunner Johnson is in there. The 3-2 laced into left field, a base hit. Over to cut it off is Justin Bauer. He almost had it go past him, but Gunner Johnson is at first leading the way here in the top of the third with a single.
Due up next, right fielder number 3, Lucas Braun.
And Lucas Braun comes up. He scored the only MMCRU run after the double by Schnepp. Braun got on by way of an infield hit back in the first. Here we are in the top of the third inning right now. It's MMCRU trailing 2-1 to Bishop Garrigan. And the pitch is a curveball that doesn't curve back in, stays high and outside, and the count is 1-0. Left-handed hitter Lucas Braun, right-handed pitcher Drew Fogarty. With Mitchell Schnepp on deck. Throw to first and the runner back. Sliding back head first into first, Gunner Johnson. We'll see about MMCRU's plan of attack here. There's a throw to first, the runner back. No, it gets by the first baseman, but no advancement from the runner. Probably good he didn't. It didn't get far enough away, it wouldn't appear. There would have been a close play at second. Let's put it that way. Third baseman playing in, guarding against a bunt. Line drive, base hit left field. Left center field, hit and run is going to get the runner all the way to third. They fumbled the ball in center, but they're going to hold the runner at third. So Gunner Johnson ends up at third. Lucas Braun with a single on the hit and run gets the runner over to third base. And Mitchell Schnepp comes up. So there's Royals at first and third. MMCRU trailing in this one 2-1 here in the top of the third. And Mitchell Schnepp, a very intimidating right-handed hitter, steps in. Give you $1 if you can read this chicken scratch, Kyle. Mitchell Schnepp on the right side of the plate against Drew Fogarty, who now has a runner at first and third. Fakes a throw to first. I think they almost had him picked off. Faked a throw to third, then went back to first. Yeah, if he threw it right away, he was out, but he did fake the third first. Runner is safe. Schnepp back in there. The pitch is going to be high and outside, a fastball, and the count 1-0. So 1-0 is the count to the three-hitter Mitchell Schnepp. And throw to first, the runner back. That distraction that Braun is providing at first base is golden. The pitch is a strike, and the count 1-1. MMCRU Royals at first and third. We trail in this one 2-1. We're in the top of the third. Glad to have you with us on KCHE and on Fuller Digital Solutions. The pitch upstairs, and the count is 2-1. Bishop Garrigan got 2 runs in the bottom of the second. They lead, but for how long? The 2-1 is a curveball, swing and a miss. Might have changed speeds on him a little too. And the count is full at 3-2. Or make that 2-2. So hits MMCRU 4, Bishop Garrigan 3, count 2-2. Fake to third, throw to first, safe at first. And let's do this again. Runners lead off their bases first and third. The 2-2 pitch is low and outside. Runner goes to second without a throw. Lucas Braun to second on a stolen base. Now a base hit, probably scores 2 runs with 2 outs. You bet. I beg your pardon, with no outs. Well, hard to say. Maybe you score a run. You don't want to have a runner thrown out at the plate unless it's an obvious safe. There's a little looper into right field. May score a run. Right fielder in. Cowie has it. Throw to the plate. And did he tag him on the way? Yes, he did. They're saying he did. They're saying he tagged him on the way to the plate. It was a very high throw. Wow, the right fielder, Colin Casey. And no argument, maybe a little one from MMCRU's coaching staff.
2 outs, and that brings up shortstop number 15, Colin Pick.
As the runner Johnson went by, he didn't act like he thought he was tagged, but the throw was extra high and really to the left of the plate. It was just kind of a lucky scenario that Gunnar Johnson happened to be running right through where the ball was at. Yeah, maybe if he would have slid, but you never know. It's hard to say because you're not expecting the ball to be coming in that quickly. There's a curved ball. It's a strike. And now the MMCRU bench is wondering about that being a little bit below the knee strike. 0-1 is the count to Colin Pick. So it remains 2-1 Bishop Garrigan, then another low strike, and Pick said something on both occasions to the umpire. Wow. Yeah, that's a tough one here. 0-2. Tying run at third, and the pitch is in the dirt. Good block that time by Garrett Hying. Casey with a nice throw from right field. It was a nice enough throw to get him. Wasn't ideal, like if you're trying to tag someone for sliding, but he got the job there, did Colin Casey. There's a little number, third base line, gonna stop, throw to first, safe. We're tied at 2. And you couldn't hit a ball in more of a better location than that for Mr. Colin Pick, who gets a swinging bunt infield hit. And Brett Staub comes up now. So Lucas Braun ends up scoring. We're tied at 2. Brett Staub up on the right side of the plate and takes a strike on the outside corner. Runner at first base is Colin Pick, who could not have hit it in a better location. And the 0-1 is a swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. We're tied at 2 here in the top of the third. MMCRU and Bishop Garrigan in Algona. Glad to have you with us on Fuller Digital Solutions and KCHE. There's a pitch that missed off the outside corner, not by much, and the count is 1-2. Good eye by Brett Staub, who was a designated hitter hitting for the pitcher Michael Peterson. So 1-2, and the pitch, and it hits him on the wrist. That couldn't have felt good. Staub heads to first. So the runner goes to first. Brett Staub hit by pitch. That sends Colin Pick to second.
Number 31, Brandon
so now with
Whited.
2 outs, Brandon Whited comes up. He is grounded out to second, his only other time up. And Brandon Whited is up with a shot now here to get his team a lead. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Righty versus righty. Drew Fogarty is in there. And the pitch. Curveball drops a little bit high in the zone, and the count is 1-0. Good eye by Whited. Could have gone either way. The count is 1-0. Again, runners at first and second lead off their bases. Line drive, base hit left field. Are they going to send the runner? Yes, they are. Throw to the cutoff man. Now to home, and he's going to be out at the plate. And that's going to be a tough one because, well, with 2 outs, you have to send him. Did he get under the tag? I don't know. But after 2.5 innings, it is MMCRU 2 and Bishop Garrigan 2. Exciting baseball, and we're back for more in 60 on Fuller Digital Solutions and on KCHE. Stay tuned.
In Insurance can be confusing. With all of the legal terms, different policies, what are you actually getting? With over 60 years of experience, there's no confusing the experts at Matkin Insurance. Let Matkin Insurance help you find the policies that fit your lifestyle, budget, and needs. Matkin Insurance takes pride in being an independent agency, always working for what's best for their customers. So what are you waiting for? Contact Matkin Insurance today.
Mike's Construction of Marcus is a second-generation general contractor who is a proud supporter of MMCRU, Royal Athletics, and academics. Mike's Construction can help build your dream home from the groundwork, starting with the foundation, to the detailed finish work on the inside. Take a minute to like Mike's Construction on Facebook and see some of the awesome work they have done, and keep them in mind for your next in-house project. Mike's Construction of Marcus. Go Royals!
All righty, here we go to the bottom of the third. We have a good one brewing here in Algona. It is 2-2, and we almost didn't start at the beginning because of the guy or gal having the nice Sunday drive going 43 for about 29 of the miles on the way here, whatever highway we were on Highway 18. But we made it, we're here, and we're ready to roll in the bottom of the third. And believe you me, 43 is a kind estimate. So, Drew Lappy stops into the batter's box on the right side, and the pitch is high and outside. Michael Peterson, the freshman for MMCRU, delivers, and the count is 1-0. We're tied at 2 in the bottom of the third. Drew Lappy is in there, and the pitch is popped up. Foul territory on the infield. Catcher is now going into fair territory, drops it in fair territory, and Brandon Whited unfortunately couldn't hold on to that one, and that was in fair territory, so the runner, Lappy, gets to go to first base.
Next up is third baseman, number 48, Jacob Learer.
Probably an error on the catcher. Hate to say it. That's a very tough play, though. You're going in foul territory, fair territory. Lappy ends up at first base to start things off in a 2-2 tie. Some of the sun is going behind the clouds. Hits now, 6 for MMCRU, 3 for Bishop Garrigan. Fastball, it's a little bit low, and the count is 1-0. MMCRU got 1 in the first, 1 in the third. Bishop Garrigan, both of their runs last inning in the bottom of the second. Jacob Learer, who popped out to third his last time up, is in there on the right side of the plate, and the pitch is a fastball low and outside, and the count is 2-0. Learer is not the kind of hitter you probably want to get behind. He looks like he can pitch in location and hit it up to Windham, Minnesota. Peterson ready, and the pitch is fouled off near the MMCRU dugout first base side, and the count is now 2-1.
Peterson pitching well. The defense got to help him.
You got Michael Peterson doing a nice job. Has some great stuff out there for MMCRU. Lear will be followed by Nathan Marin. And he swings hard and hits it foul a long way. Would have been a home run down the left field line, but plenty foul. Nothing to really worry about, except for the people in Windham, Minnesota. Yeah, about went that far. 2-2 the count to Jacob Learer, the runner at first base. Peterson in search of a strikeout here, or a pop-out will work. Something to keep the runner at first. Hey, I wouldn't hate a double play. There's the pitch. Gets low and outside. Good stop that time by the catcher, Whited. And the count is full, 3-2. So Lear stands in. Count is 3-2. Michael Peterson will check the runner, and the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip, and it just got out of the catcher's glove, so we'll do it all over again. Lear just got a piece of it. Count remains full at 3-2. So 3-2. Nobody out. Runner at first by way of an error. And the 3-2 pitch is fouled straight back. And Lear had a very nice swing, fouled it straight back. That's always a sign that you were right on your pitch, just missed it. When you get that pitch that you foul straight back, that's what a hitter hates the most. It means they were right on it, but just a little bit not square on the bat. The 3-2 is fouled straight back. We have a good pitcher's duel going on. Yeah, the fastball is a nice matchup with Lear because the fastball can't quite get past him, but Lear can't quite do anything with it either. So Kyle mentioned a possible changeup. We'll see. 3-2 to the number 5 hitter Jacob Lear in a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the third. And the 3-2 pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was a change and a huge first out. Strikeout swinging.
Up next is your second base.
Second strikeout for Michael Peterson. One looking and one swinging. And up comes Nathan Marin. Nathan 0 for 1 today. Stands in on that right side of the plate. Runner at first again now with 1 out. How huge is that? Throw home is going to be a little low. Good call, umpire. Count is 1-0. Keaton Heliseth is on deck. Marin up there on the right side of the plate again. The count 1-0. Peterson delivers. There's a strike. The count 1-1. That was a huge strikeout swinging from Jacob Lear by way of Michael Peterson's arm. 1-1 to Nathan Marin. And Peterson will deliver. Curveball, bunted, foul territory. Diving the third baseman, Astidius. Can't quite get there, but Preston, phenomenal effort. Foul territory. So we'll do it again. Count 1-2. And how big would another strikeout be for Michael Peterson? Appreciate the hospitality here in Algona. Marin is in there. 1-2. Peterson checks his catcher. The pitch. Little number. Second base. And that's going to go into right field. Base hit. Hard to even describe that play. It got through the second base hole. Carson Pick was playing so far to his left, he really couldn't do much with it, but it didn't really make it to the outfield. It was just kind of a bizarre-looking hit. Yeah, the runner was going, so he went to cover second. And at the same token, it was a harmless a hit as you could possibly get, but it puts the go-ahead runner, Drew Lappy, at third base. And then at first base is Marin. And now up is Keaton Heliseth. There's a pitch that is low. Throw to second on the stolen base attempt, and it's cut off by the shortstop before it gets there. It would have been low, so the runner now goes to second. So now what we have is an official mess. We have 1 out, runners at second and third, so probably no double play. And the count 1-0 to Keaton Heliseth. And the pitch is a high fastball. The count 2-0. 1 out. Runners at second and third. The runner at third is Lappy. The runner at second is Marin. The right-handed hitter is Keaton Heliseth. In a 2-2 tie here in Algona. The pitch is a high fly ball. Center fielder has called it. Makes the catch. I don't think they're going to be able to send the runner. They're not. Wonderful job. Great pitching, Peterson. Great job getting the gun in, Gunnar Johnson. And that, my friends, was huge because now it's 2 outs in second and third. Justin Bauer coming up, but Michael Peterson can afford to sit back and let his defense do the work for him. Put the ball in play, let him get you an out, and end the third with a tie. How about that scenario? Here's the pitch to the left-handed hitter, Bauer, and somehow missed. The count is 1-0. Little outside. And so second and third again, but now 2 outs to the number 8 hitter, Justin Bauer. This would be huge. High fastball, the count 2-0. The bottom of the order has done a nice job. The 9-hitter Bodie actually singled and scored last inning. This is the 8-hitter Bauer. And the 2-0 pitch, line drive on a couple of hops to the shortstop. Pick bobbles, doesn't have a play, and it's 3-2. Hard to say. It's one that probably Colin Pick would say he'd like to have made, but
and Lappy scores, and that'll bring up.
So Bauer ends up at first. Jurgie, official score. They gave him a hit. Okay. So tough play. It was on a couple of hops. Colin will want that one back, though, I can promise you. Lappy scores. It's 3-2 Bishop Garrigan. Here in the bottom of the third, there's a pitch that goes in the dirt, and the runner goes from Bauer goes to second base. So Marin was at third base after that last play. So it's now second and third again. It's deja vu, 2 outs. The pitch is a high pop-up foul. Third base side and out of play. And the count is 1-1 to Hollis Bodie, the number 9 hitter, batting in the bottom of the third, and a 3-2 lead for Bishop Garrigan. Bodie again singled and scored his last time up. There's a curveball, and it's laced down the left field line. That's going to be fair. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And a 2-out single by the number 9 hitter, Hollis Bodie. And now all of a sudden, it's a 5-2 lead for Bishop Garrigan.
Hollis's 2 RBI single will take us back to the top.
Not hit overly hard, but in the right place. And Hollis Bodie with 2 RBIs.
2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored.
So 2 runs batted in on that single by Hollis Bodie. He scored a run. So he has accounted for 3 of the team's 5 runs. And up comes Cal Berkey here in the bottom of the third. He is the 7th hitter to bat. Runner at first now, 2 outs. All of this happening with 2 outs. Not all, but a lot. Two outs, 1-0. The runner goes to second. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Not in time. Stolen base. Hollis Bodie. So a base hit down the left field line for Bodie. Then he steals second. Cal Berkey is still up on the right side. The count 1-1. The pitch in the dirt. Good stop that time by Brandon Whited. The count 2-1. Runner at second base is in scoring position with the 2 outs. Really can't let it get much worse than this on the road with a 5-2 deficit here in the bottom of the third. Here in Algona, but again, still plenty of at-bats. Just don't want to have the mountain be too high, too tall of a climb. Cal Berkey in there on the right side, and here comes the 2-1, and it's way upstairs. The count 3-1 on that fastball. No action in the MMCRU bullpen. Count 3-1. 6 hits MMCRU, 5 hits for the Bishop Garrigan Bears. The 3-1, there's a strike right through there, and the count is 3-2. Let's get out of this inning and get to work in the top of the fourth. Glad to have you with us again on KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions. The wind is non-existent right now. The flag is standing still. 3-2, low and outside, ball 4. The runner goes to third. I don't know if you call that a stolen base, catcher's indifference, or what, but
I'll bring up the pitcher, Drew Fogarty.
Guess you call it a stolen base. He got there, so there we go. So now with 2 outs, the runners are at first and third, and Drew, don't call me John, Fogarty, up here on the right side of the plate. Drew has walked and reached on an error. He scored a run. The 8th hitter to come up in the inning, laces one to center. Center fielder moving over to his left. Gunnar Johnson had him played beautifully, and the inning is over. Lined out to center, and after 3 complete, it is Bishop Garrigan 5, MMCRU 2. Back with the 4th after this on KCHE and on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Hungry and on the go? Stop by Mrs. B's in Remsen. Locally owned and operated for over 25 years, Mrs. B's has you covered. Coffee, shakes, hundreds of drink options, milk, eggs, and more. Want something hot? Try one of Mrs. B's famous made-from-scratch pizzas, or order one of Mrs. B's many appetizer and sandwich options. Don't forget about the chicken, fish, and pork chop dinners. Mrs. B's is a proud supporter of both MMCRU and Remsen St. Mary's schools. Stop by Mrs. B's today.
Gotta mention this. You bet.
I chose the NCC CNA course because I just really liked the instructors and the entire NCC community, how welcoming everybody is, and I was able to take it in high school and get it done before I started college.
The new facility here at NCC has been great. You've got every tool you can think of. You're never struggling to find something. Just the facility as a whole has been awesome. It makes the learning a lot more interesting and a lot more hands-on, and it's just been great.
Is number 11, Casey.
Well, MMCRU has some work to do. It's a 5-2 lead for Bishop Garrigan. They picked up 3 runs, did the Golden Bears here in the bottom of the 3rd. And MMCRU will send up Casey Nix, also Preston Astidius and Carson Pick. If anyone gets on, Gunnar Johnson. Nix, right-handed hitter. It's a pop-up, foul territory, first base side. Going to be a tough play for the first baseman who can't get there, right near the MMCRU dugout. The count is 0-1. Nix is the number 7 hitter, Astidius 8, Carson Pick 9, and we've seen the damage that the bottom of the Bears lineup has done. Why not take advantage on our end, on the bottom end of the lineup? There's a pitch that misses, and the count 1-1. Good eye there, Casey Nix. And the pitch, a little squibber foul behind home plate. Catcher Garrett Hine grabs it, but well foul. Yeah, 3 errors have been committed by our MMCRU Royals. 3 tough ones. The pitch, curveball, missed. A little bit outside, count 2-2. If anyone gets on, again, Gunnar Johnson. The 2-2, curve, ground ball, past the pitcher to the shortstop. Up with it is going to be Bodie. Throws across, and he's got it out. Hollis Bodie gets Nix to ground out 6-3.
Number 19, Preston Astidius.
And up comes Preston Astidius. Again, at the conclusion of this game on KCHE Radio, it is South O'Brien versus Remsen St. Mary's in softball action. Join John O'Connor with all the play-by-play action there. On KCHE AM tonight at 7, Parker Webster. Cherokee versus OABCIG. He's got the play-by-play action there. Coach Kuchel now has a meeting with Preston Astidius. About a third of the way to third base. And they're changing pitchers, so that would explain why. We're going to take a break as well. And it is going to be a new pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about him right after this on KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions. Again, MMCRU trails by 3.
The Remsen Farmers Co-op has been serving you for over a century. They are a full-service co-op providing area livestock producers with Land O'Lakes and Kent feed. And take advantage of their full-service agronomy center for all your crop production needs to maximize your yield. They also buy and sell grain and offer grain drying. Remsen Farmers Co-op with years of experience and ready for the future.
Great mysteries. No. You knew this is a 60, right?
What's that?
A 60? Yeah. I'm taking it.
To clearing up dark skin spots and acne and softening fine lines and wrinkles is Sioux Valley Family Health. Now offering med spa services including Botox Dysport, fillers, microdermabrasion, chemical peels, and hydrofacials. Sioux Valley Family Health, where your family is our family.
11. Okay, going to shortstop, looks like Drew Fogarty. So they switch positions, basically. Drew Fogarty goes to shortstop. Hollis Bodie takes the mound for Bishop Garrigan. Probably to keep his pitch count down, perhaps. Preston Astidius is up. And the first pitch is going to be low and outside, a ball to Preston Astidius, who grounded out to the shortstop, his only other time up in the second inning. We're in the top of the fourth. It's 5-2 Bishop Garrigan. Line drive, base hit left field. Preston Astidius aboard with a one-out hit. And up comes Carson Pick.
Next up will be number 6, Carson Pick.
Kyle, I'll give you $1 if you can read any of this. The answer is you can't. Yes. Deb, you can read it. It's all the gibberish with all the letters that make no sense together that we always chuckle about. That's what my scorecard looks like. Carson Pick up there on the right side. And he takes a pitch upstairs and the count 1-0. So baseball and softball all over the place here on KCHE Radio against softball. At the conclusion of this broadcast, South O'Brien and Remsen St. Mary's with John O'Connor.
MMCRU and Kingsley Pearson softball underway.
There's a pitch, 2-0 that misses to Carson Pick. Pitch is downstairs, and it's 3-0. So the runner at first, Preston Astidius. The count is 3-0. MMCRU needs base runners and hits. Carson Pick walks. So there we go. The Royals are in business. So Carson Pick walks, and up comes Gunnar Johnson.
20, Gunnar Johnson.
So first and second now with one out. Gunnar Johnson is singled. He was thrown out at the plate, if you recall, last inning. Curve that stays upstairs. You wonder about this pitching change. They sure wanted to keep Fogarty's pitch count down, but he was really kind of rolling along. He had just recorded an out. You know?
They keep it under 65, you can pitch in the next game.
If they keep it under 65, he can pitch in the next game. So that's part of what that's all about. The count is 2-0, but you also want to get to the next game. So there's that minor little detail there. Count is 2-1 on a strike pitch to Johnson. Count is 2-1. Again, Lucas Braun is on deck. Curveball upstairs, and the count 3-1. Can't remember. I beg your pardon if it was. I'll tell you in a second here. 3-1. There's a check swing, and he did foul it. I beg your pardon. It's hard to. I'm looking at this scorecard here. I forget if it was Colin Pick who was actually thrown out, or if it was Gunnar Johnson at home. But I believe they both were. That's right. One was on the throw, and then one was on the slide at the end of the inning. So they both were, Kyle. Good call. Count 3-2. The pitch is a little looper into center and past the second baseman. And it's going to be a throw to third, and he's safe at third. Ball gets away from the third baseman. They're going to send him, and he's in. And out of play ball, so the runner scores. Preston Astidius scores from second, and the runners advance. So you end up with Carson Pick. That is an outfield hit, I thought. It was a looper out past the second baseman. Both runs scored. I beg your pardon. So both runs scored. That puts Johnson at second. So they're not going to, wait. So it is one run that scored. They're calling the batter out and infield fly. Okay, so it was, wow. Okay, so it's 5-4. So that was Gunnar Johnson that was out? And up comes Lucas Braun. So it's a fly out. But that has to be an RBI. He scored, right? Be the same as if he tagged up on a fly ball, I guess. So 2 outs. Runners at third base. Lucas Braun. Pitch is a fly ball, foul down the left field line and out of play. Weird scenario for that. Sure, it was a good call, but from where we were sitting, you're just looking at hit versus catch. Definitely beyond the second baseman. He's in the outfield grass, so who knows? Curve upstairs, and the count is 1-1. So Lucas Braun is up. It's now 5-3. Is that 5-3?
Yeah.
Okay, the scoreboard looks kind of hard to read. Yeah. Braun is back in, the 1-1. Little squibber, is it fair? Yes, it is, right to the pitcher. He's going to have a hard play to first, but he gets it made. And the inning is over. Play going 1-3, Braun retired, and MMCRU does get a run. A little bit of a tough break. And after 3.5 here in Algona, it is 5-4 in favor of the Bears from Bishop Garrigan.
Schmelling Construction is a general excavating company that specializes in farm drainage, terraces, waterways, demolition, and concrete asphalt recycling. They are a proud supporter of the local school district and community. Schmelling Construction is a family-owned business that has been going strong since 1977. Visit them online at schmellingconstruction.com and be sure to like them on Facebook.
Senior, ready for a life full of independence and human connection with the care you deserve? The next step of your journey is the Beautiful Ridge Independent and Assisted Living Community. Connect with others, join in activities, and live life to the fullest. Our team of professional caregivers are here to make sure you enjoy an extraordinary living experience in an exceptional environment. Contact us today to schedule a tour. The Ridge Independent and Assisted Living, where beautiful lives blossom.
Cool. Oh, shit. Of course. All righty then. Twisted Sister, they're not going to take it. From 1984 here as our background music. Casey Nix pitching for MMC, for taking over for Michael Peterson. Casey Nix. Now the question, who was in left field? Do you think they just switched? Number 15 is in left field. Colin Pick. So then he goes to left. So then the shortstop would be, who was Colin Pick, is not him anymore. So we'll see who the shortstop is. 5-3 is the score here.
Number 6, Garrett Hying.
And up comes Garrett Hying, the catcher. He comes up. He has struck out looking and flown out to left. He's 0 for 2 today.
Now on the mound for the
softball action. MMCRU 3, Kingsley Pearson nothing. Did you say top of the first, Kyle?
Heading to the bottom of the first.
Okay, cool. Heading to the bottom of the first. Fun time of year. There's the pitch, and it's a strike called. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. Garrett Hying is a presence in there on the right side of the plate. Casey Nix. The pitch has him reaching, a little looper into right field. That's going to fall a base hit. It's going to get past the right fielder, Lucas Brown. Going to second and hustling in and sliding in nicely is Garrett Hying. That, my friends, is why you hustle off the ball hitting the bat, no matter what's going to happen in the outfield.
Bring up the first baseman, number 5.
So a leadoff double, and up comes Drew Lappy.
Drew has reached twice and scored.
Lappy has walked and reached on an error. He's officially 0 for 1 with a run scored. The right-handed hitter and the cleanup man steps in. And the pitch is a strike right through there, and the count is 0-1. leadoff double is something. There you go. The next pitch, swing and a miss at a changeup, and the count 1-1. So Peterson is at third. Well, we'll see about that shortly. Throw to second on the pickoff attempt, not there. Hey, shortstop, could you turn to your left, please? I guess he didn't hear me. Drew Lappy in there. He's down in the count 0-2. The pitch is a fly ball left field. Is it fair? Is it still going? It's deep. It's up against the wall. Runner around second on his way to third. He's going to score on the double by Drew Lappy. So, Bishop Garrigan opening this thing up a bit, 6-3. We're still a part of this thing, but kind of needs to stop here pretty quickly because next time we bat, it'll already be the fifth, Kyle. 6-3. Hits evened up at 7. Bishop Garrigan the lead. Swing and a miss. Jacob Lear, and he is down in the count 0-1 to Casey Nix. Lear has popped out to third, struck out swinging today. He's 0-2. Lear is in there. The pitch drops in for a strike. I guess at the knees, and the count is 0-2. In search of a strikeout here. And the pitch is in the dirt. Good stop that time by catcher Whited. Great day for baseball. There's a pitch, swing and a miss. He changed speeds on him. Strike 3. And up comes Nathan Marin. Nathan has singled. He scored a run. He's 1 for 2.
Nathan singled, stole a base, and scored last inning.
So with 1 out, big hitter faced again by Casey Nix, and it's a strike. The count is 0-1. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. 1 out. And the pitch is a ground ball to third. Good pickup that time. Peterson throw across and in time. Good job. Runner had to stay at second.
Next up is number 10, your designated hitter, Keaton Helliseth.
So now Helliseth up, the DH. He's popped out to shortstop, flown out to center field. And the pitch, he has it into left, and that's a well-hit ball, but going back near the warning track, Colin Pick makes the catch. And MMCRU could have had a lot worse time here in the bottom of the fourth. We're still in this thing. It is Bishop Garrigan 6, MMCRU 3. We have now played 4, and we're headed back to the fifth after this 60-second timeout on Fuller Digital Solutions and on KCHE.
United Bank of Iowa is proud to support MMCRU Sports as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Our experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed. If you need financing for a new home or vehicle, our lenders are ready to listen. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account, as well as financing their first vehicle or 4-H livestock. We're committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices at 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Cleghorn and Marcus offices. Member FDIC.
Okay.
Westel Systems is part of a network working tirelessly to keep small, rural communities across America connected. They lead and collaborate on broadband-enabled projects that improve economic development, provide technology for advancing education, and enhance state-of-the-art healthcare through telemedicine. These initiatives, among others, help to connect rural communities and keep them advancing towards a future-proof, sustainable infrastructure. Westel Systems, working hard to connect you to the world. Ask about their worry-free plans today.
All right, we're starting the top of the 5th inning. MMCRU comes up trailing in this one 6-3. Colin Pick will be followed by Brett Staub and then Brandon Whited. Righty versus righty. And the pitch is a strike. John O'Connor is doing the play-by-play of South O'Brien versus Remsen St. Mary's in softball. They're moving along rather quickly, so there's a curve that's down and it's 1-1. So we'll be interchanging our radio broadcasts. Deb will be doing a nice job with the rotating back and forth between us here in Algona and then also John O'Connor with South O'Brien versus Remsen St. Mary's as there is a strike. The count 1-2. And you can watch, of course, this broadcast in its entirety on Fuller Digital Solutions. Great time of year. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Marin has it, flips to first in time. So Pick is out, play going 4-3. And up comes Brett Staub.
Smith is out, and next up should be Colin Pick.
Well, Schnepp was the one who grounded out. I beg your pardon. Now it's Colin Pick. I think they announced the wrong name, and it threw me off. So my apologies. Schnepp was up. Now it's Colin Pick. And there's a high pop-up. Center fielder drifting in. He's going to get there. And Cal Berkeley makes the catch.
Nice catch by Cal for the second out.
So Cal Berkey makes the catch.
Next up is number 21, Brett
And 2 quick outs, and Brett Straub comes up. We're in the top of the 5th, again 6-3 in favor of Bishop Garrigan. There's a swing and a miss at a curveball, and the count is 0-1. So softball action comes your way. At the conclusion of this game, we'll be rotating our play-by-play between the end of this game and John O'Connor's game going by rather quickly. Also, again, Cherokee versus OABCIG starting at 7 with Parker Webster. Parker excited to get that one underway, as are we. Great night of baseball here on KCHE. Curve in the dirt. Good stop that time by Hying. And the count 1-2. So Brett Staub is up with 2 outs, nobody on. What is turning out to be a wonderful day for baseball. Pitch is fouled out of play, first base side. Blue sky overhead, a couple of little cirrus, maybe not cirrus, but harmless little clouds overhead. Trying to go back to 7th grade science there for a second. And the 1-2 curve, and it's laced into left center field and deep. Center fielder going, though, to his right and makes the catch. Hitting it well was Brett Staub, but great play, Cal Berkey. He has the final 2 putouts of the top of the 5th. And we head to the bottom of the 5th in Algona. It is 6-3 in favor of Bishop Garrigan. We're back in 60 on KCHE and on Fuller Digital Solutions.
At American Bank, we are ready to step up to the plate and hit one out of the park for you. We will be cheering you on along the way as you meet your financial goals. When we work together as a team, we can achieve success. As part of your financial team, we are your biggest fans and will cheer you on to victory. American Bank is a proud supporter of the MMCRU Royals softball and baseball team, and we are wishing them a happy and successful season. American Bank, achieving success together, member FDIC.
Well, this is important.
We believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees. And best of all, no limits. EverTech.
The number 8 hitter leads off here in the bottom of the 5th for Bishop Garrigan. They lead our MMCRU Royals by a score of 6-3 here in Algona. Left-handed hitter Bauer has had an infield hit and scored tonight, also grounded out to the shortstop. He is 1 for 2, and he takes ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And happy to have you with us here on KCHE and on Fuller Digital Solutions. There's a pitch that catches the outside corner. Nicely done, KC Nix, and the count is 1-1. Left-handed hitter is Bauer. Right-handed pitcher is Nix. And the pitch is a fastball, a little bit inside, and the count is now 2-1. So the count 2-1. And the pitch is Adam reaching for it. It's a high fastball out of play on the swing third base side. Count full, not full, but even up at 2-2. Glad they pushed this game up. You never know about the weather later, and this is just a perfect day for a ball game. There's a ground ball foul right back over to Coach Kuchel in the first base dugout there for MMCRU. Fires it back to his pitcher, and the count remains 2-2 to Justin Bauer. Hollis Bodie is on deck. He is now moved into the pitching role. Here's the 2-2, and a little bit inside and high, I guess. Count is full now at 3-2. So 3-2, and the pitch is fouled back, straight back, and a good deal. Missed a car by about 10 or 15 feet. I was kind of cringing there, thinking no one needs their windshield broken. The count 3-2. Bauer is in there, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. Justin Bauer goes down swinging.
Next up is your relief pitcher, number 39.
Hollis Bodie.
Hollis has reached twice and scored.
So, one out now. The pitch is a little ground ball to second base. Carson Pick has it. Flips to first, a soft toss, and out number 2. Play going 4-3, and up comes Cal Berkey.
We're back to the top of the order with
2 quick outs.
Cal Berkey.
Berkey has
Cal
walked.
has reached 3 times and scored.
He has doubled, driven in a run. And he's been a part of the offense tonight for Bishop Garrigan. There's a pitch upstairs, and the count is 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on. MMCRU in the 6th will send up Whited, Nix, and Astidius. The pitch is a high fastball, maybe a little outside, and the count 2-0.
South O'Brien, Remsen, St. Mary's tied 1-1.
South O'Brien, Remsen, St. Mary's tied 1-1 in softball action. Thank you, Kyle. Bottom of the second inning, bottom of the second. The 2-0 pitch just missed, and it's 3-0 now to Cal Berkey with Drew Fogarty on deck. And the pitch is ball 4, low and inside, and a 2-out walk.
2 hits and 2 walks for Cal, and next up is
Drew Fogarty.
Drew Fogarty.
Drew comes in having lined out to center. He reached on an error and walked, so he is 0 for 1. Scored a run, and driven in a run. He's accounted for 2 runs. Runner goes towards second, throws in the dirt. Runner will get there without a throw. So now with 2 outs, the runner at second. Hey, no problem. Nix can just concentrate on the hitter. Drew Fogarty on the right side of the plate. Just concentrate on him. 1-0. The pitch is a strike. So all you need to do is worry about the runner or the hitter with 2 outs. And don't get any more runs across the plate for Bishop Garrigan. Fogarty takes one high and tight. And the count 2-1. Drew Fogarty started the game pitching. He's now at shortstop. Ground ball off the pitcher's glove. Now I don't think we're going to have a play anywhere. They throw to first, actually. And did they get him? Yes, they did. I stand corrected. Carson Pick. Beautiful play. The ball went off Casey Nix's glove right to Carson Pick. It wasn't going quickly at all. He fired to first, and the inning is over. And I'll tell you what, That's just what we needed. We'll head to the top of the sixth. It is 6-3 Bishop Garrigan. Back after this on KCHE and on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Farmers State Bank of Marcus, a real community bank, locally owned, and their purpose is still to service the people of Marcus, their neighbors, and the farm community for all their financial needs. Visit fsbmarcus.com for more information. With years of banking experience, along with care and attention, it's Farmers State Bank's purpose to serve the people of Marcus. Farmers State Bank welcomes you, a real community bank. Member FDIC.
Family has been providing trusted funerals since 1943, when Joseph and Adele Fish bought Remsen's only funeral home. Beginning in 1976, Joe's son Joel and his wife Jean continued the tradition of being a family-owned and operated business. In 2009, David and Elizabeth Fish carried the family tradition into the future and now offer monuments. The Fish family is honored to assist you in your time of need, offering care and compassion. Fish Funeral Home and Monuments in Remsen, our family serving your family since 1943.
Will be catcher Brandon Whiting.
All righty, we now head to the sixth inning. Not 100% crunch time, but kind of getting close. Brandon Whitehead comes up. He's singled and grounded out to second. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop, and it's going to be a tough play, but a play that's made. Good job that time. Drew Fogarty. You knew his arm would be there. He's the pitcher.
Nice job.
Play going 6-3, and up comes Casey Nix.
The relief pitcher, Casey Nix.
Funny you mentioned that about the shortstop. Nix has grounded out to the shortstop his 2 other times up today. It's not quite tonight yet. Maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, Fogarty doing a great job no matter who their shortstop is. They've filled the gaps nicely there. There's a foul ball down the left field line. 6-3 is our score in favor of Bishop Garrigan. We're in the top of the sixth. MMCRU needs base runners and runs. 0-1 is the count to KC Nix with 1 out here. It's a high pop-up into right field, right center field actually. The right fielder Colin Casey over and makes the catch. So now up comes Preston Astidius, the number 8 hitter. Preston Astidius has grounded out to shortstop and singled and scored a run. And with 2 outs, let's get something going here in the top of the sixth. Curve, foul ball, out of play, first base side. I remember being a kid going to all the Little League games and watching everyone scramble for all the foul ball souvenirs. They weren't souvenirs, you gave them back, but it was still fun to grab them. There's a swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher, and the count is now 0-2. So Hollis Bodie with an opportunity to get out of this inning. 1-2-3. There's a pitch down low, and the count is 1-2. Now let's see about a 2-out rally here. Get the rally caps going. Curve, and it's a fly ball left field. Pretty well hit. Left fielder going back, though, near the warning track. Justin Bauer makes the catch, and a very quick 1-2-3, top of the sixth. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth. It is Bishop Garrigan 6, MMCRU 3, and we're back in 60 on Fuller Digital Solutions and on KCHE. Stay tuned.
Experiencing back or neck pain, effects of a sports injury, stroke, Parkinson's, is speech or swallowing your problem? With a broad range of services including physical, occupational, and speech therapy, Floyd Valley Healthcare can help you move better, feel better, and live better, whether you have a chronic issue or are recovering from surgery or injury. And if you already had surgery or diagnostic test and met your deductible, there will be no copay required for your visit. Floyd Valley Healthcare, your community, your health, your life.
Heartland Care Center, located in Marcus, offers skilled nursing, therapy, hospice, and assisted living services. Warm, friendly staff are here to provide the high-quality care you and your loved ones deserve and ensure your stay with us is as pleasant as possible. Heartland is excited to offer new private rooms with private showers in the summer of 2020. Give us a call today at 712-376-2500 for more information and to hear how we can help you out today.
Leading off.
Well, we're in the bottom of the sixth right now. It is going to be the catcher, Garrett Hying. Hying has doubled and scored. He's struck out looking and flown to left. He's 1 for 3 officially. Starting the bottom of the sixth, it is 6-3. Bishop Garrigan leading our MMCRU Royals. Time kind of running out here. We need a rally in the top of the seventh. There's a pitch that's fouled off by Hying, and the count is 0-1. Onto the football field. Hope you're having a fantastic evening here in KCHE land and on Fuller Digital land, wherever you're watching. There's a fly ball to center field. Center fielder over there, Gunnar Johnson, makes the catch. And Garrett Hying is out. And up comes Drew Lappy.
Next up is
Lappy has doubled, reached on an error, and walked. So he is 1 for 2 officially.
And scored
a run, so. Drew up on that right side of the plate with Jacob Lear to follow. Hits evened up at 7. 3 errors, though. 3 costly errors for MMCRU. Fastball, strike right through there. 1 out, nobody on for Bishop Garrigan here in the bottom of the sixth. And the pitch, and it's a ground ball foul, squibbed into the third base Bishop Garrigan dugout. Thanks to Deb Carlson back at the helm at KCHE Studios. Thanks to John O'Connor for broadcasting the South O'Brien Remsen St. Mary's game. Thank you for broadcasting Cherokee OABCIG Parker Webster. It's a thank you, Kyle. Is this one fly ball pop-up? Third base side, foul territory over there. The third baseman, Peterson, makes the catch. Couldn't be prouder of our crew on hand at KCHE and Fuller Digital Solutions. 2 outs, bottom of the sixth, and that brings up Jacob Lear. He has struck out twice, both swinging and popped out to the third baseman,
and I believe
fouled out.
Is Carter Schwab.
And now Carter Schwab actually will pinch hit for Jacob Lear. So Schwab comes up with 2 outs, nobody on. And Schwab hits a pop-up again, maybe foul territory, shortstop over, right on the line, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Nice job that time by the MMCRU shortstop, and a very quick bottom of the sixth. Well, time to dig a little deep here and see what we can come up with. It is after 6. Bishop Garrigan 6, our MMCRU Royals 3, and we're back to see what happens in the top of the 7th in 60 seconds on KCHE and on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Insurance can be confusing. With all of the legal terms, different policies, what are you actually getting? With over 60 years of experience, there's no confusing the experts at Matkin Insurance. Let Matkin Insurance help you find the policies that fit your lifestyle, budget, and needs. Matkin Insurance takes pride in being an independent agency, always working for what's best for their customers. So what are you waiting for? Contact Matkin Insurance today.
We are in the 7th inning.
All right, here we go. Time to see what we can do here.
Number 6, Carson Pick.
Carson Pick steps in. He stops up to the batter's box. He's walked. He's grounded out to second. 0 for 1 officially. Right now, we need a rally. MMCRU trailing in this one 6-3. It's the top of the 7th. The winner of this game plays Alta Aurelia. They won 10-0 in 6 earlier this afternoon. There's a pitch that goes back to the screen. And the count 1-1. Carson Pick, the 9-hitter, will be followed by Gunnar Johnson and Lucas Braun. If anyone gets on, Mitchell Schnepp. Curve that drops in, and the count 1-2. Glad to have you with us here at Bishop Garrigan. The number 9 hitter for MMCRU, seeing what he can do. Righty versus righty. Curve in the dirt. Back to the screen, and the count evens out at 2-2. Hollis Bodie, the pitcher, he has relieved Drew Fogarty, who I think they wanted to watch his pitch count in case they won. They wanted to use him in the next ball game. Kind of a gamble because it was not 6-3 when he came in, I don't believe. Count is 2-2. The pitch, fastball, little ground ball to the shortstop. Up with it, Fogarty fires across, one quick out. MMCRU 13-11 on the season. This is round 2 of districts. And now we're up to Gunnar Johnson. Johnson has singled. And actually, he was the one who hit that ball that could have been a double, but they called it infield fly rule. And he's grounded out to shortstop. So he's officially, I guess, 1 for 3. With an RBI. He did get an RBI. Count is 1-0. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Gunnar Johnson is up there. Righty-righty matchup. Hollis delivers. Line drive right to the third baseman. Gunnar Johnson put a charge in it. But great job. Jacob Lear was at the right place at the right time. Left just a little.
And next up is number 3.
And believe you me, Gunnar Johnson absolutely blistered it. Now Lucas Braun comes up. Lucas is grounded out to the pitcher, walked, stolen a base and scored, had an infield hit and scored. So he's actually 2 for 3. An infield hit, an outfield hit, a stolen base, 2 runs scored, and he's grounded out to the pitcher. So 2 for 3. There's a foul ball. Third base side. Count 1-1 to Lucas Braun. Mitchell Schnepp wondering if the season will go on long enough for him to bat. 6-3 in favor of Bishop Garrigan here in the top of the 7th. The last hurrah, 2 outs for MMCRU. The count 1-1 on the number 2 hitter, Lucas Braun. And the 1-1 pitch, curve, and a high pop-up foul, third base side, out of play. The count 1-2. So MMCRU down to our final strike here. I'm going to be immediately going over to John O'Connor and South O'Brien Remsen St. Mary's softball action on FM 92.1 on the KCHE side of things, and on AM 1440 Cherokee versus OABCIG right around 7. Parker Webster with the call on that one.
MMCRU leading 4-0.
MMCRU leading 4-0 over KP in softball. Inning bottom of the third. Here we go with the 1-2 pitch, and it's on the way. And it's a high and tight pitch to Braun from Hollis Bodie, and the count evens out at 2-2. Let's get a rally going here. Never too late, Royals. 2-2, the count to Lucas Braun. 6-3, Bishop Garrigan. Curve, ground ball, shortstop. Fogarty has it on a nice hop. Throws across. This one's over. So a 1-2-3 inning. Play going 6-3, and that is your ball game. Well, I'll tell you what, we can go ahead and turn things over to South O'Brien Remsen St. Mary's on KCHE. Deb Carlson, great job there at the studio, and send it over to John O'Connor, Remsen St. Mary's versus South O'Brien after this break. And on Fuller Digital, Kyle, let's take one final break and come on back with a recap. Again, Bishop Garrigan 6, MMCRU 3, and we're back in 2 minutes on Fuller Digital Solutions.
Mike's Construction of Marcus is a second-generation general contractor who is a proud supporter of MMCRU Royal Athletics and academics. Mike's Construction can help build your dream home from the groundwork, starting with the foundation, to the detailed finish work on the inside. Take a minute to like Mike's Construction on Facebook and see some of the awesome work they have done, and keep them in mind for your next in-house project. Mike's Construction of Marcus. Go Royals!
Hungry and on the go? Stop by Mrs. B's in Remsen. Locally owned and operated for over 25 years, Mrs. B's has you covered. Coffee, shakes, hundreds of drink options, milk, eggs, and more. Want something hot? Try one of Mrs. B's famous made-from-scratch pizzas, or order one of Mrs. B's many appetizer and sandwich options. Don't forget about the chicken, fish, and pork chop dinners. Mrs. B's is a proud supporter of both MMCRU and Remsen St. Mary's schools. Stop by Mrs. B's today.
Well, final score, 6-3. Bishop Garrigan doubles up our MMCRU Royals. Kyle Jorgensen handling the controls here at Fuller Digital Solutions. This is Greg Slotsky with the play-by-play. A tough one all the way around for our MMCRU Royals tonight. We hung right in there, Kyle, but 3 errors, all 3 very costly. And to be 100% honest, there were a couple of bang-bang calls that not sure how they went as far as what they actually were. We haven't seen them in slow motion, but they were both bang-bang, and they both seemed to go not our way. So between that and the errors, it was just kind of a tough one. I think if Bishop Garrigan and MMCRU play 10 times, I think it's probably pretty close to 6-4 or 5-5. The two teams very evenly matched, and unfortunately tonight it was a 6-3 win for Bishop Garrigan. Bishop Garrigan actually had to come from behind to get the win. It was MMCRU leading 1-0 after one. 2 runs for Bishop Garrigan in the second gave them the lead. Then MMCRU tied it up in the top of the third at 2, but bottom of the third, it was Bishop Garrigan getting 3 runs and never looking back. The bottom of the order did a number for Bishop Garrigan. Their 8-hitter, Justin Bauer, 9-hitter, Hollis Bodie, both have scored a run in this one, a couple of hits, a stolen base for Bodie, the number 9-hitter. And that bottom of the order set the table, Kyle, for the top of the order, and Bishop Garrigan took advantage with timely hitting. So congratulations to the Golden Bears of Bishop Garrigan. They improved to 18-12 on the season, and of course our MMCRU Royals dropped to 13-12 and end this nice season with a solid record with Coach Kuchel, as they're now meeting down the right field line and having one final team meeting for the season. And it was a nice season for MMCRU. We could have kept her going tonight if a few breaks would have gone our way, but unfortunately, it's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. And again, final score 6-3 in favor of Bishop Garrigan. Well, it was a pleasure bringing you the action tonight from Algona. We are field side, I guess you say. If it's court side in basketball and ringside in boxing, we are field side, and it's going to wrap it up for us. Thanks again to the hospitality for everyone here at Bishop Garrigan High School and the folks of Algona. And this is Greg Slotsky saying for Kyle Jorgensen, thanks so much for watching on Fuller Digital Solutions, and have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.